Remember when I told you guys that the wind here was no joke? As you can see, I took apart my green stalks because of the wind. I need to figure out a new place to put them. I might put them here along next to the house as kind of a windbreak. I'm not sure because the wind comes this way. I'm hoping that will help. But my original green stalk here got blown over in 70-mile-an-hour winds. The leaf was, my leaf green stalk did not tip over, but I took it down just to make sure that I didn't lose them, because just cleaning this green stalk up was a feat. So we have had 3 tornado warnings, or 2 warnings and 1 watch in the past 2 months. And this did not even happen. Everything that I'm showing you did not even happen in those storms. Everything was actually solid in those 3 tornadoes. Or tornado warnings, watches, whatever, high wind situations. This actually happened the day after the most recent tornado, and we had 70-mile-an-hour winds. And this was during the day. It was a beautiful sunny day with 70-mile-an-hour gusts, and this thing got knocked over. All of my strawberries got knocked out. You can see all the dirt here on the ground is a lot darker. That's a lot of the dirt that I lost from, you can see my green stalk is not filled to the top with dirt anymore. I was chasing my strawberry starts. You know, they're still only like this big, and they aren't very well established. They've only been in for like 2 weeks, and so they easily popped out of the soil and they were tumbling, being blown across my yard. I had to chase a lot of them. I almost lost them all, or I almost lost a few of them, but I found them all. And then I took off the water reservoirs that sit on the top, because those become airborne pretty easily and I did not want to lose them. So this is the state of my green stalks currently. I took the greenhouse plastic off of my greenhouse before the second tornado. We got warning about high winds, and I saw what the wind was doing to the greenhouse plastic, and I preemptively took it down. And then that evening that was the tornado watch. And we have come to the conclusion that I cannot use that greenhouse here at this house in an outdoor situation unless I have it under some sort of cover, which we don't have anyway. So the greenhouse plastic is not going back on, because I don't want to totally ruin it. It already has been beat up pretty bad with the wind, and it's just not worth it. Last but certainly not least, our biggest casualty, I suppose, of the storm, or of the wind, because again, this happened during the 70-mile-an-hour gusts. Our boy's swing set got picked up and flipped over. It used to sit right, if you can imagine. You can kind of see maybe in the grass where it was. It was right here. And so the wind picked it up and flipped it that way. Mike has since taken off. That's our swing there. And then those legs that are sticking straight up, those are the legs for the monkey bars that were sitting over on this side. So it got flipped up and over. I think that we're going to try to rebuild it because it actually didn't break a lot of things. And it was, when it was brand new, this is now 3 years old. So some things definitely did break, obviously. You can see some broken wood, but for the most part, the majority of it is still intact. But when we got this brand new, this is just really thin wood. Not the best quality. I mean, it's lasted 3 years, and we've taken it apart and put it back together 3 times since we moved so many times. So the fact that it's lasted this long is a miracle anyway. But if we just replace, like, this board, and we got to replace probably this board, and then I think we got to replace the ends of the monkey bars where they attach, because they got ripped through, or at least this one side got ripped through. But all the hardware is still intact, and it didn't actually get twerked or anything. I'm shocked. The slide just got ripped out, so we'll have to like bolt it on instead of screwed on how it was. But I think it's repairable. My boys were devastated because they absolutely love this swing set, and there's honestly not a whole lot to do in our yard at the moment. With little kids, we don't have pavement for them to like ride bikes on or anything like that. You know, they're not strong enough yet to pedal through grass and gravel. They're still learning how to ride their bikes. So this swing set is being out of commission is pretty devastating. But it will be resurrected. And it could have been much worse. And again, this happened not during one of those tornadoes. This happened at the same day that the green stalk being tipped over happened. And that was also the same day that I was tilling my garden. And we didn't even hear this happening over the tiller. So in the grand scheme of things, it's not much that happened. We are very grateful that we didn't get the devastating storms that we were supposed to get, that we weren't in the path of any tornadoes. My heart goes out to everyone that was not so lucky. There was some absolute devastation with this volatile weather patterns that a lot of us have been experiencing. So this does not even compare. Absolutely grateful that we are all safe, but I just wanted to show you guys real quick what we did encounter. We had some trees that got downed in our woods, in my neighbor's woods, but that, you know, there's no structures that they fell on, and most of the trees are getting uprooted, or some of them are just dead and being snapped from this strong wind. But nothing very devastating. The chickens have been fine. we were a little concerned about them with the Siskovich tractor because it's a big tarp that goes over them, and if wind picks up underneath that, it could become a kite. That's what happened with our swing set, that yellow roof over the tree house, and it wasn't dug into the ground. We just set it on the ground. I'm pretty sure that's what picked, the wind picked that up with that yellow canopy over the top. So could have been much worse. My children were not on it, thank God, at the time, and no one was hurt, and it's all repairable. So that's how we have fared so far. Like I said, I'm not going to put together my green stalks until I figure out where best to put them, where they're not going to experience so much wind. We do get most of the wind from this side, but this is also where the sun is. So I don't really want to put it on the other side of the house. So I'm just thinking what to do. I also did not lose any of my cardboard, which is a miracle. I have had to go and chase cardboard on windy days. I've added more things to the top of it to hold it down, but that's not foolproof. And I have had to go chase cardboard, so getting used to the wind up here is definitely something that is a learning curve, I feel like. Where I have the cardboard currently is where I want to put my potatoes. My potatoes are ready to go in the ground, but I plan on doing like a Ruth Stout method with straw, and I'm kind of rethinking that because I'm thinking that the straw is just going to get blown away. I don't know if I can do that up here. I don't know. Maybe I'll try a little patch just to see what happens. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. But thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you guys for stopping by today and joining in on our journey here at Bare Bones Living. We'll catch you on the next one.